What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into another episode of My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, Sleazebomb. Today's episode, we're going to be diving into my quarterback rankings, top 28, guys, because there is 4 teams on a bye: the Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, and the Steelers. So get those quarterbacks out of your lineup. Before we dive into it, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up, smash that subscription, turn that bell on. I will be live all weekend long, starting tomorrow with the Start Sit shows Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then we're going to lead into my guy Big Draft Energy show as well. And remember, guys, in these ranking videos, these are more of my personality, my takes on the game. All the statistics and everything like that are dropped on the Start Sit video. So this is a different look, so I don't give you stats back-to-back twice. That just seems corny to me. Now, if you guys want to check out the Guys FF Discord, it'll be pinned in the comments, and it will be in the description of the video. Again, me and my partner, Big Draft Energy, we talk everything fantasy football 24/7, dynasty trades, roster reviews, trades to make, and redraft. We drop all of our pick'ems in there. I'm absolutely on fire with the pick'ems, guys. 5 for 5. Absolute locks every single week, and I hit 7 of 8 tickets last week. It was freaking crazy. Great week in the books on the pick'em side. So if you haven't signed up on drafters.com, make sure you use promo code SLEAZE. It will match your deposit up to $100, and I'll be live drafting on Friday. You could possibly hop in some splashes with me, chop it up there on stream as well. Now let's dive into my top 28 quarterback rankings heading into week 5. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my quarterback board here. Baller tier at the top. Must start quarterbacks tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. We're not going to go to tier 5, though, because there's only 28 quarterbacks this week. So you see Michael Penix, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Caleb Williams at the top there. Those quarterbacks are on a bye, and the injuries just keep piling up for the quarterbacks. Brock Purdy out again. Lamar Jackson with the hamstring, looks like 2 to 3 weeks for him, but he's still doubtful, so make sure you're paying attention there. And if he's out there, obviously he's a top 3 quarterback every single time. J.J. McCarthy looked like he's going to be out this week. We don't know yet. Joe Burrow, again, with his injury, he is down as well. So, man, the quarterbacks and wide receivers are just going down like flies. It's absolutely crazy this year. So, remember, guys, this is not the statistical breakdown. This is just my talk, my analysis, every single game that I've watched, which is every single football game there is. And little comedy jokes are going to be in this as well, not like a full, watch the Start Sit quarterbacks video for all the breakdowns and statistics for the game. So it's going to go like that. This will be like game scripts and how I feel it's going to go. Quarterback number 1 is going to be Josh Allen going up against the New England Patriots Sunday Night Football at home. This guy needs 3 drives in fantasy football to put up 20-plus points. The best quarterback in football, period. Bills are going to make a run at the Super Bowl, man. They look absolutely nasty this year. I think it's going to be him, and I think he's going to be going up against Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship for the Kansas City Chiefs, who just ran over the Baltimore Ravens. And Patrick Mahomes is going to be my quarterback 2. And you got to look at it like, look how their offense looked with Xavier Worthy back last week. Imagine when they get Rashee Rice. Dude, Patrick Mahomes is going to make a run down the stretch that is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And their run game is non-existent. I mean, Pacheco did get a touchdown receiving last week. His usage is going down. Rashard Smith, they're rotating Kareem Hunt. It's going to be a pass attack heavy offense from the freaking Chiefs, and it's going to be very, very nasty to watch. And it pains me as a Niner fan to say that because they beat us so many times in the Super Bowl here this past couple of years. They get the Jaguars. The Jaguars, I think, are the biggest 3-1 fraud team in football, and they're going to absolutely destroy them on Monday Night Football. Number 3 is going to be Justin Herbert, coming off a bad game last week. I had him as a smash start last week. He didn't hit it. Quentin Johnson is emerging. Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey is the wide receiver 3 right now, which is bonkers. They get the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders' pass defense is absolutely terrible. They are getting gauged. I think they've given up over 1,000 yards already through 4 games passing. So this is going to be a smash play for Justin Herbert. He is going to be my quarterback 3. And he's opened up his legs a little more. He's healthier this year. He's running a little more, gives you more upside. And I think he's an easy 20-point-plus play this week. Justin Fields, guys, get on board. Like a lot of people gave me stuff last week for ranking him in the top 5. Look what happened, man. 28 fantasy points. His legs are what gets it done. You're playing against the Dallas Cowboys. This is the worst defense in football across the board, every single position. I don't care what it is. Justin Fields, who he's playing against, this guy can always break fantasy football, and this matchup is too damn good to not have him in your top 5. He's my quarterback 4 this week. Quarterback number 5, he's finally back. Jaden Daniels. We're hoping to get Terry McLaurin back as well, get him his full replica of weapons, and hopefully Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt gets a little breakout game here because his numbers look ridiculous. I don't want to see Chris Rodriguez or, Jeremy McNichols out there. So you got to love the matchup here as well for them going up against the Charger D. This is going to be a probably shootout game here. 48.5 is the over-under, I believe, for this game. And whenever Jaden Daniels is out there healthy, I'm not keeping him out of my top 5. To round out this baller tier, I got to put Jalen Hurts in here. And the Eagles are 4-0. Their DVOA is the worst in NFL history for a 4-0 team. This offense is not clicking. But this guy can give you 50 yards rushing and a tush-push touchdown every single game, which is probably going to keep him at 20 points every single game, although A.J. Brown is not happy. He wants a trade. Devonta Smith hasn't done anything. Dallas Goedert has kind of been the guy. And I don't really want to rank him here with how they're playing, but he just gets the freaking rush tush-push yards and the touchdowns, man. Quarterback number 7 headed out of tier 1, the biggest steal of fantasy football right now. Drake May has been absolutely balling, and you're going to be in a high shootout game where you're going to have to score against the Bills. The Bills are going to score. They're going to be playing from behind. They're going to need to score points. Drake May gives you the rushing upside as well. I think he's QB4 overall in points per game right now. I'm going to put him at QB7 and a great start this week versus Buffalo. Quarterback number 8, Dak Prescott leading the NFL in passing yards through 4 weeks. And CeeDee Lamb wasn't even out there last week against the Packers. So CeeDee Lamb I have this sneaky feeling that he's going to try and come back and play this week. Obviously, I don't know yet. But when you get the matchup that they have this week with the Cowboys going up against the Jets, what can you not like here? This is going to be an absolute smash Dak play either way. Jake Ferguson eating. George Pickens looked great. I didn't think he looked that good with CeeDee Lamb out. He proved me wrong there. Number 9, and this one is like, this is like pins and needles, man. Kyler Murray. This is a beautiful matchup. This is like your get-right game. They're coming off back-to-back losses after going 2-0. They're back to 2-2 here. And you get the Tennessee Titans. How can you not like this at home with Kyler? He just, you found Marv for the connection late last week. Trey McBride looks so good. It's crazy. They really don't have any other weapons. They lost Trey Benson, too. And, DeMercado or Michael Carter. I think Michael Carter is going to actually be the guy over DeMercado is the talk that we're hearing. It's not a great run game. They're going to have to use Kyler's legs. And, the Tennessee Titan offense looks terrible. So Kyler Murray's still going to crack into my number 9 spot, but it's fringe with him. He has not looked good, but he's, he saved his game at the end last week. Number 10, Indiana Jones, baby. You get the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders' strength is the run, not versus the pass. Danny Dimes can use his legs. I do believe JT is going to eat in this game too as well. But, I didn't like him last week versus the Rams. He should have thrown like 3-4 picks in that game. I called that. Even though Adonai Mitchell dropped that touchdown, which would have really put Daniel Dimes over the 20 points, so it kind of saved me in a weird way. But I'm still going to put him up here at number 10. I like the matchup versus the Raiders a lot this week, and he has absolutely looked great this year. Number 11, the bounce back was here, but everyone bounces back versus the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a given. You get the Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot decide when I'm talking about this game if I think it's going to be, over 40. I think it's like 44 or 43.5. Or is it going to be like a grunge game like 2017 with great defenses? Because that Patrick Surtain is going to be on A.J. Brown. That the Eagles have Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, which are going to be all over Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims or Troy Franklin, however you want to put it. So I do like the rushing upside here for these quarterbacks in this game, and I'm going to keep them in the top 12. I have Bo Nix at 11. But I'm kind of worried about the game script of this game. Number 12, Baker Mayfield, man. The ultimate gamer. He almost came back again for 4 straight comeback against the Eagles last week. First 3 games, game-winning drives. And just wait till Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Emeka Egbuka are out there. What Baker Mayfield is going to do in fantasy football, it is going to be disgusting. I have him at quarterback 12 right now. Tough matchup. You still have Egbuka. Godwin saw 10 targets last week as well, which is nice. Kate Hutton's out there running wind sprints, but they lost Bucky. So we don't know if it's going to be the Rashad White or Sean Tucker look. Tough matchup. I'm going to keep him at 12. Heading out of tier 3, and this is the matchup that I love. And I know people are like CJ Stroud. This is going to be a great CJ Stroud game here. He kind of had a good week last week. Got the garbage time TD to Woody Marks to pad his stats there a little bit. But you get the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens defense, they also don't have Lamar as of right now. I don't know if he's ruled out completely yet, but they've said 2 to 3 weeks. And their defense is getting gashed. This is going to be a big Nico Collins game, big Christian Kirk game, big Woody Mark games at the backfield. Great run game as well. The Baltimore defense is shambles right now. And I think CJ Stroud's going to be a very, very nice play this week. I have him at quarterback 13. Number 14, Jackson Dart. And my God, only if Malik Neighbors just didn't get torn for the season, man, it would have been so electric to watch. He went out and got a dub versus the Chargers. The city of New York erupted. I can't even imagine the bar tabs in New York after that game, man. It would probably made $1 billion, $100 million. Absolutely insane. You get the Saints. Jackson Dart's upcoming schedule is going to be very hard. This is going to be a game where even with Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson, Theo Johnson got a little emergence there. Scatterbo has been looking good, although he got stuffed at the goal line last week a couple of times. He uses his legs too. He had 12 attempts, I think, for 55, 53 yards. Again, this is off the top of my head. And he's going to be able to run on the Saints. This is what he did at Ole Miss. He's a dual threat quarterback. And damn, he looked so good against the Charger defense. Getting that win was super impressive. God, it just really stinks about Malik Neighbors, man. Number 15, Jared Goff. And this one's tough. Like, I want to put Goff like up there with Indiana Jones, right? Or Daniel Jones. But they're playing the Bengals. And we've seen the Bengals offense with Jake Browning. And it's just not good. So let's say, Detroit gets up like 21-3, and you can run all over the Bengals. We're probably looking at a Gibbs-Montgomery game. So I'm going to put Jared Goff in the middle, just game script based. I mean, the over-under is super high for this game. I think they're tied for the most at 49.5. But I just don't know if I trust the Lions are going to need to pass a lot to beat the Bengals. If the Bengals need to stay in this game for that to happen, and they just haven't done that. Number 16, going up against my San Francisco 49ers. This is like a Jared Goff situation right here. I would like to put Stafford higher. He looked absolutely electric last week against the Colts defense, which has been great. And you get the 49ers with no Purdy, with no Kittle, with no Ayuk, with no Jennings, with no Purcell. We're beat to shit. So how much are they really going to need Matthew Stafford in this game? It could just be a quick, 21-3 lead, and all of a sudden you see Kyren and Corum take over this game. So with Stafford and Goff, I'm tempering my expectations in the middle here. Number 17, Sam Darnold. Dude, the preseason talk about him, I was completely wrong. He's looked absolutely great. I thought that, like most of us did, that he's a system quarterback that was with Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings and Justin Jefferson and Addison and Hawkinson and all the weapons, and he looked great. He's doing it with Jay Season and the old washed-up Cooper Kupp and Torrey Horton. Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet have both looked great as well. But you're getting the Bucs here, and you're at home. The Bucs defense is going to be riled up. There's no Evans. There's no Bucky. They're going to get more opportunities. And the Bucs struggle versus the pass. This is a good matchup for Sam Darnold. He's a low-end superflex QB2 play for me. I like him at QB17. QB18, Tua Tagovailoa got his red zone big body target finally in Darren Waller. And look what happened in his first game since 2023. 2 touchdowns on 16 snaps, 25% target share for him. They got all tiny guys, man. You got Malik Washington, Jalen Waddle, Taj Washington. They're all under 6 foot. I mean, you got Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, but he hasn't been out there. He'll probably see some playing time with Tyreek Hill down. But you get the Carolina Panthers. This is a great matchup for Tua still. I guess the Panthers have been better on defense this year, but I think it's matchup based. So I like Tua at quarterback 18 this week. What to do here, man? I moved him up a couple spots. Trevor Lawrence, I had him like 23. I'm going to move him up just because, the updates of quarterbacks behind him. He's going to be tier 3 quarterback, number 19 here, and it's ugly. Shane Waldron being a part of this pass coordination has made them look terrible. I don't think they're 3-1. I mean, they are 3-1, but I think they're a fraudulent 3-1. BTJ has been just a shell of himself. Travis Hunter's being used wrong. Parker Washington seeing more targets. Brenton Strange seeing more targets than the superstar. And this is a Liam Cohen offense. Like, where's the slot receiver in this? What is going on here? And you're going against the Chiefs on Monday night. This is going to be super ugly. I like a guaranteed pick for the Chiefs in this game as well. Man, let's talk about the wheels are falling off. Geno Smith has looked absolutely terrible, guys. I know he had his game against the Commanders in garbage time, and where Trey Tucker went off for 4 touchdowns, but this guy's throwing ducks into the defensive crowd like a psycho, man. I've watched like 10 to 12 balls in the past 2 weeks that should have been picked off. He's just getting lucky they're not. It's been absolutely terrible. I'm going to put him at quarterback 20 just because the quarterbacks below are just, I don't trust them more. I mean, you saw Genty kind of wake up, but that was against the Bears. You're going up against the Colts, at the Colts, coming off a loss. This is going to be a tough game for Geno Smith. Number 21, Bryce Young, and we're hoping he keeps this job. I feel like if he has another bad game here, it's going to get ugly. You play the Miami Dolphins. This Dolphins defense is terrible. I want to put Bryce Young higher, but I just don't trust him. I know that Tet was coming off injury last week. He kind of saved his day with like a garbage play at the end when they were getting blown out. And you get the Dolphins. Like I said, this defense is beat to shit. I just don't trust him. I know you get Xavier Legette back. Maybe that will help. Maybe Jimmy Holmes Jr. gets some more time. Hopefully they get Jatavion Sanders back. But that's look bad, man. I thought Dave Canales in the second-year system here would have it rolling, and it's just not rolling like I thought. Number 22. We're rolling straight through. Let me get something to drink here. Number 22 is going to be Cam Ward. This is the highest I've ranked him all year. And this is the easiest matchup he's had all year. You get the Arizona Cardinals defense. Not been that great. Yeah, you're on the road. The Titans have looked terrible. We're hoping we get Calvin Ridley out there. He had a back injury and played limited last week. Alec Imanor kind of stepped up. He didn't look that good in the role. He's a rookie learning. You got Chimera DK. You got Tyler Lockett. Maybe they get a splash in this, or not a splash, but maybe they, get a little more involved in this game. They've got to figure out something. They passed over the play calling, and they got shut out. I mean, this looks so bad. I feel so bad for Cam Ward. I do not think it all falls on him. I really don't. I think it's just been terrible. And I'm going to put him at 22 this week, and I think this is going to be his best game of the year. Number 23, again, Brock Purdy ruled out. Here comes Mac Jones. And, dude, Mac Jones is going to be out there, guys, with Demarcus Robinson, Kendrick Bourne. And I think Cowing, maybe be the third, or I don't know if we're going to get what's his name back. Not good. This is our wide receiver 4, 5, and 6 that are going to be starting this game for the Niners. And you're going to have Tunges as the tight end. You got Kittle down. Pretty much Christian McCaffrey by himself. So Mac Jones against the nasty Rams defense. I'm putting him at 23, and I don't like it at all, really. Here we go. Change of the guard in the Cleveland Browns, and it's not Shedeur Sanders. It's not. It's Dylan Gabriel out of Oregon. And talk about, I don't know what the Browns are doing. I said it with Jackson Dart last week. I was like, man, you're throwing this guy to the wolves, but Jackson Dart's on a different planet than Dylan Gabriel. And they're going to go out there and throw Dylan Gabriel against the Minnesota Vikings in London. The Vikings are like the number one defense versus the quarterback. And you're going to get a full defensive scheme of one of the best defensive coordinators. He is going to get absolutely rocked in this game. It's like they just want to have a failure. They're just tanking. It's terrible. Number 25, and this one's interesting because Jake Browning has been terrible, and I talked about that with the Bengals. They've looked really bad. There's no arguing that, and they probably should be picking up the phone here. And I tweeted today that they need to call about Shedeur Sanders or Jameis Winston. Everyone says Jameis Winston, so I went a little off the rocker and said go get Shedeur Sanders and let him rule the jungle. But you get the Lions here. The over-under is high in this game, right? And the Lions could run them over 100%. But there is a plus side here for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins that maybe people don't know. So DJ Reed, the free agent they acquired from the Jets, star corner, out for 6 to 10 weeks, major injury last week. Their first round draft pick, Terry and Arnold, another corner. The other corner across from DJ Reed is going to be out in this game as well as of now. I haven't seen the update, but they said 1 to 2 weeks from what I'm reading. So that's your 2-star corners. If Jake Browning could wake up, he could actually have a decent game here. I just don't trust him. This is kind of like the Goff Stafford situations, but in a different way. Or Bryce Young against the Dolphins kind of thing. Do I trust him? And the matchup is there? No, I don't. But I'm just giving you the stats of it could be nice. 26, Spencer Rattler. Hey, I moved him up out of 28. You get the New York Giants this week. Jackson Dart, no Malik Neighbors. Chris Olave finally finds the end zone. Rashid Shaheed got a little going last week. Maybe you get Taysom Hill back with Jawan Johnson. 26, I'm not starting him in redraft, but that's where I'm ranking him this week. Carson Wentz, look out. You're going up against the Cleveland Browns and Myles Garrett. I don't care if you have Justin Jefferson, Addison Hawkinson, Adam Thielen, and Jordan Mason. This Browns defense is for real. I'm not even thinking about Carson Wentz even in the Superflex. And last but not least, Cooper Rush, man. The Baltimore Ravens, 1-3. Lamar Jackson. For some reason, I feel like Lamar Jackson is going to try and fight and play in this game with the hamstring because he's just that type of competitor and doesn't want to waste this season because he knows if they go 1-4, 1-5, they got their bye in week 7. So maybe they hold Lamar out till then. That's going to be a tough climb to come back from 1-5 and try and go 12-5 or 11-5, what it's going to need in the AFC, or else they're going to be playing on the road. Which, that doesn't bother me with Lamar Jackson, but they need to get it going. They need to feed Henry in this game to keep Cooper Rush away from just getting destroyed by this Texans defense. Thanks for rocking with me today, guys. That is the end of the episode. That is my week 5 top 28 quarterback rankings. My next rankings will be running back, wide receiver, tight ends. I don't know if I'm going to get them all today. Again, it's been one of those hectic weeks. Coming back from Vegas and everything has just been a nightmare. So I'm going to try either today to get to running backs, wide receivers, or I'll get them out tomorrow morning, and then smash starts and sleepers will probably be Friday, but I'm not going to do any smash start sleepers from the 49ers game anyways, because it's kind of locked in easy that you're going to be starting Kyren Williams, Devontae Adams, and Puka Nacua versus the 49ers who have no one but CMC. So the smash starts and sleepers will be after that week. You know, there could be a sleeper opportunity of Demarcus Robinson or Kendrick Bourne, but that is very, very risky in a 12-man redraft. So I'm just going to leave those for Friday as of the schedule now. So before we head out, guys, as always, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscription button, turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support. If you have any questions as well, drop them in the comments below. It doesn't have to pertain to this video. I'll try to answer every single one of them. That is a major, major goal of mine to help you guys dominate this year. And if I don't get to them, because there's tons of questions across all my platforms that are crazy, you can check out all the live shows and I'll get to every start sit question on those. I'll be live on Thursday, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you guys haven't checked out the Guys FF Discord, pinned in the comments and in the description, get in. My ticket for tomorrow's game will be dropped in there on drafters.com. If you haven't signed up, make sure you use promo code SLEAZE. It'll match your deposit up to $100. And I'll also be drafting Friday on Drafters as well, guys. That's it for me in this episode, man. Can't thank you guys enough for listening. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Sleazebomb out.